Hi, everybody. This is Vaughn with Sweet Rocks Crystal Healing here, and today is episode 12 of my Coffee and Rocks. So grab your cup of Joe, sit down, enjoy my little conversation because today is a pretty cool one. I woke up from a really crazy dream that was kind of giving me an overview of my mission here. And what is that? What is your mission here? Like, what does that even mean? But I I didn't know what my mission was. For the longest time I had no idea. I didn't know what I was going to do, didn't know how I was going to get there. Didn't I just knew that I was destined for something great. And I don't know what that greatness is. I mean it's completely it comes to me as I go along. But what I do know is that when I focus on my love for myself, for my family, for others, for the people that I connect with, the viewers that are watching this right now, you guys, I do it for the collective consciousness, the collective humanity to raise and elevate and help people become something more than they could have ever dreamed. And the reason why I say that is because I've been doing it myself and I believe it's possible. So I had a conversation with someone a little bit ago, and in a way, I spoke up about a divine experience I had. Yeah, I'm okay to tell this story because it will be received well. Yeah, okay. So we're going to start. Step into your power. What does that mean to me? That's the whole point of this episode, stepping into your power. And it's a coined phrase that I've been seeing along in the spiritual community of embracing who you are, embracing your divine soul, the power that you are, taking back your powers that you've been indoctrinated to think that you're insignificant and minimal, and you crawled from some primordial ooze evolved from monkeys. Like, are you kidding me? None of that makes any sense, but that's what we're told, that's what we're said to believe, right? And dinosaurs exist and dragons are fake. It's just all the things. But a while back, when I started on this journey of healing, I was at a point in my life where I was so broken and just destroyed by betrayal and lies and deceptions and manipulation. I was just caught with my pants down, really. And in lieu of everything that I stood for and represented and strove to have, it was all, in a way, taken from me from an outsider looking in. But really, what happened, it molded me to becoming who I am today. It shaped me, it made me become more empathetic to others. It made me understand people's stories better. It helped me gain a lot of understanding about myself. And I don't even know where to begin on this story, but I had I was sitting outside one night just after I got out to Idaho. I was living in Arco. And out there, like, you have the most starry, beautiful skies, and you can see everything. Just magical. Just magical. Everything at night. So that night was a new moon. So there's no moon, which meant that the stars shine brightest that night. And I'm out there and I'm talking to God. I'm angry, I'm frustrated, I'm sad, I'm grieving. And all of that negative energy. I demanded to know what was real and what wasn't. I called upon Yeshua because I had new insight and beliefs on who he was and what he represented. And it wasn't anything the dogma of Christianity talks about. Not even close. Not even close. While Yeshua is our brother, as I'm understanding this, okay, this is my perspective here, but as I understand it, Yeshua is a divine soul from the Christos family, that Christos energy from the divine creator. Yeshua did say, my father. He can't even put a name to his father because what that is so vast. And how I understand it, it's Jah. It's Yahweh. It's the Allspark. It's the creation of all things. It's the divine creator. It's, that, like, you can't put a name to it because of how vast it is. And even in the Mesopotamian Sumerian cultures, they called him Anu, meaning like a new breath, a new everything, the all spark of everything that exists in love. And I realized that Yeshua was the Son of God, just like I am a son of God. God experiencing within itself. Well, in my anger and my frustration, I asked upon him, I said, give me a sign, show me, like, prove to me that this is real, because I was wavering in everything. I didn't know what to believe anymore. To feel the way I felt, and I didn't feel like I deserved it at the time, and I still don't feel like I deserved it, but it definitely was necessary for my evolution. But I called upon him, and sitting out on this stool in the grass, looking at the stars, I'm weeping and I'm crying. And I'm so tore up emotionally. And feeling so low and empty. I immediately was encompassed in this hug. It was just full embrace. And it was so warm and so loving, so kind and gentle. And I cried and I cried. And it just, the enveloping energy was just, it felt so real. Once I had calmed down, a voice came to my head and spoke. Very profound, a voice I'd never heard before. It wasn't my own thoughts, I assure you. But there was laughter in it. There was joy. And I won't share the message that was given to me. But I was reaffirmed that I am divine, that I am a soul, that this journey that I'm on right now is going to be the opening to what I'm about to do in this world, what I came here to, what I incarnated here to do. I was reassured that everything will be okay. I was shown that I will overcome. And I asked, after the message was received, I said, Yeshua, is this really you? And it was a very audible, yes, it is me. And I asked, I just said, are you somebody that I should be worshiping and giving myself to? And I just got this feeling of him nodding his head this way. He didn't say anything. He's just like, and immediately I knew everything that I had discovered in my research of the Bible was made by man, not by God. Now, they took the stories of his teachings and his lessons that he was sharing, and the King James Version, as I understand it, King James is also alive in the time that Shakespeare was really popular. Reading through Macbeth, just briefly, I began seeing identical phrases between Shakespeare's works and the Bible. And because Shakespeare was so moving with his works of playwrights and theatrics, like his story of it. I mean, Romeo and Juliet, most popular one. But it became very clear how it was written. So what does all this have to do with stepping into your power? Well, I realized with this deep, powerful understanding, and understanding meaning it's a knowing, no fact, no proof to validate any of this. It's just a knowing, a remembrance. Something had awakened in me. And I realized at that moment that there's something more about me that I have yet to even unlock, discover. Yeshua is our brother. And he even said in his words, he cannot help those who cannot help themselves. So saying that Jesus is going to save you, and you give your power away to Jesus, and you worship this corpse on a wall, which in my opinion is a mockery of who he is. I mean, literally a mockery. Jesus was so loving and so kind and so joyous and so happy. Like I said, when he came to me, I felt it. I felt what it was like in the stories that are told about him. His love for people. His love for his brothers and his sisters. I felt it. And I had basically been reawakened again, rebirthed into something new. And that day, I went inside and I got to work, and I made a medallion with the flower of life, and I wrapped it in tourmalinated quartz, so quartz that had tourmaline in it. And that little pendant was like that mark of creation for me. And it became powerful. That love that I felt was put into that, and I left it there. It's not. I don't leave my energy in a lot of my creations, but I left it in that one. And it's just become the most incredible journey I've been on, stepping into my powers. Shortly after that, I discovered the community step into your power. And I was just like, what are the freaking odds that all of this lined up the way that it did? I mean, the synchronicity was so profound and life-changing. The second Tommy Truthful shared that post on his little Facebook chat, and this was the first one I had seen. It was Step Into Your Power. I was just like, well, I gotta click on it. I mean, I couldn't help myself. I did. I got in, got signed up, got enrolled, and the second I got into that community, I found home. I found love, from unconditional love from people. I found the support that I was looking for in this world. I found what I needed to overcome my grief and my frustration and my pain. I found the community that religion talks about, the fellowship. But there's nothing religious about this. It's not a religion, not even in the slightest. This community has come together to lift another up so they can help themselves, to support them, to validate them, to make them feel like a human, like a soul in this body. Like, it's a place where I can be me. And the way that it unfolded was because of that experience. Set me on a new path of understanding and learning. And in a way, it allowed me to become my authentic self, to embrace my inner child. Because Yeshua said, liken unto the kingdom, liken unto a child may enter the kingdom of heaven. And through my children, I'm blessed that I can have this experience. But looking at my children being so present and in the moment, it made sense what he meant. That I needed to go about my life likened unto a child, sharing that light, that joy, that presence, that love that children come here with. And so this step into your power community, and that's what this episode is about, is about how amazingly powerful this community is for humanity. I don't even know where to begin, but it's incredible the fellowship that I found. It's incredible the people that I'm connecting with all over the world. It's incredible what has revealed itself to me by going on this path of stepping into my powers. Now, what resonates with me a lot are my crystals, my crystal healing. You know, I enjoy doing what I do. Like, here's my latest creation I'm working on. It's not quite done. We got star garnet going on here with this pendant, and it's going to get a matching set of earrings and possibly a necklace or a bracelet. I haven't decided yet. But because I stepped into my powers, my authentic self, the real me, the spiritual soul me, I began developing these abilities to channel and create for somebody and help, because Gaia is very real. I've embraced her as well. She's just so beautiful, so, I mean, stunning. Oh my gosh, when you think of a goddess, that's what I think of as Gaia. And in her amethyst heart, the big giant crystals, just so beautiful. She reaffirmed to me that it's good that I'm doing these works, because we are coming into a time where we are going to reawaken the ancient ways again. Those old Tartarian buildings are still standing. The Vatican is filled with them. I have a feeling they're going to become activated again, and they're going to emit or harness the etheric energy of the earth, Gaia. And those buildings and structures that we're told as cathedrals and places of worship and blah, 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 they were healing centers. People literally can go into them and heal their body. People were living hundreds and, sometimes some of them hit 1,000 years or more. And it was because of their alignment with all things divine, pure love. I mean, look at those ancient buildings. I have yet to see modern architecture recreate those. Yet. I mean, those things are massive. They're massive. And they're built out of very, very hard stone, granite even. To be precisely built. So, like, we're talking engineering at its finest. And for them to say that it was built on the back of slaves and horse-drawn buggies and hammers and chisels, no. There was some divine things happening in those creations, especially when you look at the massive scale of these buildings. I mean, they're towering hundreds of feet tall, some of these. It just, the more I look inward, the more I go into myself and understand things, the more I realize that we've been lied to. We've been lied to about everything. Everything. And I'm beginning to see the trend and pattern in those lies. It's pretty much, if it's based out of fear, if it's based out of judgment, if it's based out of anything malicious, it's made by man. And there is no God involved in those, whatever it is. There is no God. It's all man. It's all about control. And it's parallel to the story of Jesus, Yeshua, as I know him. It's parallel to why he was telling his people, the followers, that it's unwise to give your powers away to these corrupt systems, to these systems of control. His story literally is happening all over again. But this time it's us, the collective. Those that see through the illusions of the Matrix. And I believe the Matrix, the whole illusion fractured at 9/11. I believe that was the start of the awakening for everybody. The deception was shown. You can argue with me all you want. The research is out there. It's very evident. They pulled out a $2 billion insurance policy days before it happened. And then the fact that eyewitness accounts did not even see a plane, and that's all come to light too. So it's like, okay, so I'll leave that there. But it's just where we're at right now. The Step Into Your Power community is a great hub for communication. That's really what it is. Where awakened people can connect with one another and go off and create whatever they're going to create. For me, it's my crystal healing business, because I believe that they can help us. Because I'm stepping into my powers more and more every day. Everything that I go about and do in my life, it's with the intention of evolving and growing spiritually. I choose to give kindness to everybody. I choose to tell or explain or express what I see in them. And there's nothing malicious by that. Lifting another up, saying, hey man, you're more powerful than you realize. I had an interesting conversation with a guy. I went to my favorite bar back in the day in Utah. I was singing karaoke with some friends, and I do the karaoke because I love singing. It's an expression of what's inside. It's an expression of who we are. And it can be, there's healing that comes to it. So I like singing for that reason. Well, as I'm sitting there, we're on this table with a bunch of dudes. I mean, rough dudes. I'm sitting there talking, and the guy there, I mean, his face was weathered. I mean, just haggard. And you could tell he had a rough life. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, man, I know you from somewhere. I know you from somewhere. And as I was talking with him, he started talking about some things. And what clicked was him saying that he was from, he knew a familiar artist, Anya Hia. He grew up with her. And immediately I was like, I know you. You came and worked for me at the restaurant I was at. And this was I don't know, 8 years later. And I obviously didn't look the way that I did then, so he didn't recognize me either until I said, "Dude, I was your chef," and he was like, "Oh my gosh!" But he was really low and down, and in that very moment, me telling him in that point, I was like, "Dude, you are more powerful than you realize. You have so much greatness that the fear that looms over you is keeping you miserable." Now, this guy, he was bragging and talking about how he gets in fights all the time and he gets so angry and this, that, and the other. And I'm sitting here like, dude, I love you, man. I love you for what you are, man. I'm so grateful that I'm here right now with you, that we're enjoying this night together. And pulling that guy from a world of feeling so self loathing and so miserable, I kind of felt like it inspired him to kind of change how he thinks about things. I planted a seed with him. I'd be curious to know what happens next time I cross paths with him. What happens? Like where he's at in his life. But we're in a bar with a bunch of dudes, burly guys, biker dudes, whatever. And he started singing along. He started getting into it. Everything shifted within him the second I said, dude, you're more powerful than you realize. And he was talking about how powerful he was. But I said it with such gentleness and kindness. It threw him back. It shifted him. And that's what I mean is stepping into my power in a way helps liberate people, just like Yeshua was doing. He walked this earth showing people that they're powerful themselves. He literally said that we can do what he can do, but we can do more. And collectively together, we can really do more than what he can do. So I'm going to wrap this up, but this is what it means to me to step into your power, to embracing your authentic self, to loving and embracing your inner child, the very soul, the version that you are, your kid, the thing that makes you happy in the present moment. And then for me, that's like my 10-year-old self. Pokemon, Pogs, playing outside, Super Nintendo, comic books and superheroes. So when I talk, when my inner child comes out, all of that kind of comes into how I speak and carry myself, all of it, because that excites me. It makes me feel happy. I love that. But my authentic self is speaking my truth without fear, but grace. Like sometimes, well, and that's a lot of my journey is learning how not to give unsolicited advice, knowing that it can cause more harm than good. So I've had this journey of learning how to speak it. But in doing so, it softened my words. It softened my approach. And in a way, it empowered me to become greater than I could have ever imagined. I lived most of my life trying to force things, control it all. And I learned to surrender. That everyone here has their walk. Everyone here has their journey. Everyone has this thing that they've got to go and do. And everyone's experiences, in my opinion, are all valid. You go on this journey because it shapes you to who you are today. It shapes you to become the person that you were meant to be. I couldn't have been here right now in my life had I not been through those struggles. But we're coming at a time we don't need to learn like that anymore. We don't. We're coming at a time where more and more people are realizing that they've been lied to also. More and more people are realizing that there's more to this existence than what's out there. More and more first player characters are waking up. And together, we're going to change it all. crumbling's happening. Hell, the weather is freaking crazy. But I mean, it's been prophesied. So many people have been talking about it. And because I'm so connected on the things that I am, I've been learning that a lot of this stuff that's been happening, it isn't some fluke phenomenon of nature. This, I mean, it's geoengineered. I mean, it's pretty clear right now. The fact that I haven't seen the sun in over 2 weeks because there's this looming haze that constantly is shrouding. They're not even clouds. It's just the sky is gray. It's gray. It's not even blue. It's just gray with no clouds. And it's been like that for weeks. That ain't natural. I mean, I grew up looking at the sky, seeing clouds, seeing them move, seeing the cycles, seeing how things flow. I've observed all of it as a child. I know what is natural, and this ain't natural. None of this. The freezing that's happening in areas that don't typically freeze. Are you kidding me? Of course, trees are exploding. What happens when ice gets put under pressure and expands? You can see it with a soda can that you leave in the freezer. It explodes. These exploding. Oh man, it's just so funny. Everyone has an explanation to explain off what's actually happening. The truth is man is doing this to man. These delete people, they're giving everything they got because they realize that their time is coming to an end. Their time of control and deception, it ain't gonna last long anymore. So let it happen. Let it crumble. Because the important thing is once it does crumble, because it's going to happen, it's inevitable. The crumbling's happening. Systems are going to fall. Chaos is going to happen. Like destruction's going to become. But it's important that we learn that we are divine souls. Now, what does that mean for us right now? Well, some of us will stay. Some of us will survive through it. Some of us will ascend in our bodies right now. And those of us that don't, you're going right back home. Right back home. The divine creator. You're going home. There is no hell. Hell, the idea of hell was drawn from Dante's Inferno story. Christianity adopted that idea that was made by man. Hell is in my opinion, it's a mindset. You put yourself in your own hell based on how you think and what you believe. If you believe there's a hell, well, you're going to see a hell. I don't think there's a hell. Not even the slightest. And that's the truth, is that the illusion is that we are powerful divine beings. You know, look at the Simpsons. They say that the Simpsons is predicting the future. Well, let's look at some of the stats then. Simpsons for 30 plus years has been the number one sitcom watched in America. And they've got, what, 33 seasons now? Interesting, Freemasonry. But it's the most watched. And the reruns keep running and running and running. And people, like, you can get on your Disney and you can watch and watch and watch. And people love it. So what's happened is that these delete people have learned the power of manifesting, learned the power that we carry, and they've manipulated us. So the things that when Simpson says, "Oh, they're predicting the future," no, they're programming us to create that reality. They're using our powers against us, and we willingly give them consent to do it. Now that sounds scary, taking back your powers, right? Your whole life you've felt so small and so little, so insignificant, and you've probably lived your life feeling like everything you do is going to send you to hell. They say you're born in sin. They say that you're going to be exposed to sin, and the devil's going to do all these things. Like, again, saying that there's a devil that's doing this to you, you're giving your powers away. No, you are doing it to you. You are creating that reality. Plain and simple. That's the truth. You, based on your perspectives, based on your experiences, based on what you believe, you're creating that reality. Plugging in to this Step Into Your Power community has connected me with so many intuitives, so many empaths, so many clairvoyants, so many channelers, so many spiritual gurus, and they're all saying the same thing. You have the power to create your reality. So if you want to live in a life of fear, you're choosing that. You want to live to a slave of that system, you're choosing that. Now, it can't all happen overnight. It would create, lots of people would perish, I'll be honest with you. But taking those baby steps to pull away from that, to start doing things for yourself, that's the secret. It's not easy, but it wasn't easy to get. It wasn't a simple journey to get you in that point of fear and anxiety. Like, it took time. I mean, look at my body. I mean, I'm overweight. It didn't come overnight. It took a lifetime to get my body like this. And now I'm probably going to spend a great deal of time to undo what I did. So you can't just do it overnight. It's super painful, and many people won't make it. Many people can't handle it. But focusing and putting any energy into the corruption, the crumbling that's happening, because we are creators, we are speeding up that progress of the corruption. So if you're focused on what's happening in the crumbling and you're worried about it, you're giving it more power to actually happen. So, sure, I plug in, but I plug into how are we going to fix this? That is my angle when I look into it now. How are we going to fix this? Because these systems of control, they're not in it for our best interest. They're not in it to help us. They're in it for themselves. And they're going to do it on the backs of us. So, how am I going to fix this? By working on me, changing my perspectives. And I've proven, if you follow me in all along, I've proven that it works. It actually does work. When you eliminate the fear of what's controlling you and realizing that, no, I desire something different, and that's what I'm going to do. Now, I can't go about doing things and maliciously and forcing people to follow my ways and do it my way. No, it ain't about that. It's about compassion. It's about understanding. It's about being aware that everybody carries special gifts that can help everybody. So set your boundaries. If something doesn't resonate with you, change it. Get out. You know, if you can't get away from it, you can go within to get away from it. You can work on you. You can change how you perceive that reality. I've been learning in my journey how to react. I mean, scratch that, cancel. I've been learning how to respond rather than react. How not to react is what I meant to say. But um, yeah, it's just step into your power community. It's amazing and it's beautiful. And I'm so grateful to be a part of this community because of the support that I get. Now, I have to do the work myself. I have to do what I got to do to see the world I want to see. I got to get to work. And so for me, it's doing this, stuff like this, doing all these beautiful creations, working with Gaia, making very unique pieces, working with beautiful stones, working with all these cool things. It's just, and it's so beautiful. But in a way, people are attracted to me as an artist. They like what I do. I've got my own creations. I've got all the beautiful things that I love working with. And it's amazing. And the people I connect with, it's like I become friends forever. And I love it. I'm finding my soul family through my works. I'm finding my like minded people, my tribe. I'm finding them all. And it's because of this platform, this Step Into Your Power community. It's a great communication hub. It's because of that I was able to exponentially go through it. So, this is my message for today, my coffee and rocks. Thank you for listening. And if you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe, hit that like. I love sharing my wisdom, my knowledge, and mostly I like sharing my experiences. I find that being real and authentic with myself is what people that are trying to change their lives are looking for. And it's through these platforms that of my streaming that I'm able to connect. Truly. The very thing that they want to control us with can be used as a tool to help us. So, and it's all how we use it. It's all what we input. Everyone's scared of AI. I'm not. AI is a great tool. I've been learning more and more how it reduces the amount of research I need to do into just a few minutes because of how it can access all the data. It's amazing. Now, the thing about AI is that it literally mirrors the user, your Black Mirror. So whatever you're inputting your AI, that's the reality you're going to create. If you're out there making, devices to harm others and you're using your AI to do this, well, you're showing AI how evil works. If you're using AI to create, illicit material, adult content type stuff, you're corrupting the AI for you. But I choose to use my AI for research, to understand the metaphysical, to understand how EMFs and sound frequency intertwine and work together. The very complex physics and sciences that you would spend a lifetime trying to understand. And AI, in a way, can bring me that knowledge in the way that I need it based on what I'm doing with my works. And it's amazing. I love using it now. But I don't use my AI to harm another. I don't use, like, that's dumb. And the other thing is, I still like reading. I still like researching. So not only does AI give me the information I'm looking for, it also gives me the sources that I can actually read the full context of where it's pulling this information from. And that's where it becomes powerful, is because now it's giving me the materials I need to research what I'm actually going after, to have a full understanding of where it's giving me this information from. And I love it. So I'm fusing both my cravings to research, and I'm simplifying it with AI. I'm not spending buku's amounts of time reading through all this stuff, trying to sift through it all to try to figure it out for myself. No, it brings out exactly what I'm looking for, and it gives me the sources, and then I can read exactly when I read it. So it does the sifting for me. It's amazing. But I don't let AI control my life. I don't use it to do my schedules. I don't use it to set my alarms. I don't use it to regulate my smart home. I don't do any of that. If I'm capable of doing it myself, I'm going to do it myself. Because I will not give my power away to technology. I will not give my power away to anything else. I just won't. That's the whole point of this, is learning how to do it ourselves, to take our powers back, doing it ourselves. That's really what it is. And when we all start working together, bringing it and working on it for ourselves, and we start helping one another do it also. The biggest thing I learned being a chef is that when I spent time to help someone else succeed, I began to succeed. And if everyone could shift their mind to realizing that if we're helping another succeed, the wealth and abundance that we're seeking becomes so abundant and so vast that we don't know what to do with it. But it allows us to do more for others so they can do it too. Because the more people that can start doing this for themselves, the more abundance you're going to receive for yourself. That's the truth. They've inverted and perverted all of this. The deletes, these controllers. They understand the power of that, but they don't want us to know what we are capable of. Because we can't be controlled once we are aware of the deception. We can't be controlled. And so they have to exert force to try to keep us in line. Well, okay, now you're showing us the evil. And with technology, it's only going to expose the evil even more. So it's like, no matter how hard they fight, there's enough of us now waking up to this truth and deception that they can't stop us. It's coming, their time is coming to an end. So, what are you doing right now to take your powers back, to step into your powers? Oh, it's so wonderful. Being able to control your life the way you see fit. I love that I don't have to have an alarm clock to wake up. I love that I get to eat when I choose to eat. I love that I can go on take a 2 hour break if I wanted to from my work. Like, I love that I can work at home with my kids, so I don't have to pay for daycare. I don't have to pay for all this other stuff to keep my kids distracted. I love that I get to be a part of all of it. And I love that I get to teach my kids how to do it too. Like, that's amazing. So, join, if you get a moment, get on there and check it out. If you're ready to really change your life and take ownership of you, get on that community. That step into your power is the best thing that's ever happened to me. And it wouldn't have happened had I not had that initial like intervention from Yeshua himself, reaffirming me that I am powerful. I'm a divine soul. Like, really, I took my powers back. And now I can walk with love and grace and happiness all the time because I know who I am now. I know what works I'm doing. I know what I'm bringing into this world. I just, it's amazing. And I hope to share this message with everybody that you can do it too. I believe in you. You're amazing. You're beautiful. You're strong. And you're so beautiful. I love you. I love you so very much. And I'm so grateful that this video has found you well and it resonated well with you. I am so grateful to share my message today with you. I'm so grateful I could enjoy my delicious cup of coffee. This has got a anti-inflammatory mix in with it, like an herbal one, and that does wonders for my body aches that I've been getting, like purging, because I'm literally purging years of damage, and so many things. It's amazing. So hit that subscribe, hit that like, stay tuned for my next one. I know this one went a little longer, but this is what it means to me to step into my power, and this is what that community means to me as well. It's life changing. It's life changing. You really want change in your life? Here's a way. This is a way. And now there's all sorts of other ways, but this is the way I found, and it works so beautifully. Can't tell you the amazing people I've come across. And I'm so grateful that I took that step into my power. Have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.